Last time?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did too. I took one of his wings, but the barbecue chicken was bomb.
I don't care for barbecue too
No,
much.
I think I ate like 30 wings last
I'm
time.
not a barbecue wing guy either. I don't like them at all. But I'm a big yeah, just medium wing.
Which
Oh,
ones
they
you going to?
secret.
They only have
It was the one in like somewhere.
Saugus?
Maybe.
I don't know if Saugus has them. The one in Shrewsbury, I think does. Near Worcester.
I went to one Hooters, it was the worst. Girls looked like crackheads.
I don't care what the girls.
This place
I
was
really
like-
don't care what the girls.
No,
are.
I know, but you know how
good
you...
service, and I like the wings. I don't like buffalo.
The food
wild
isn't
wings
that
'cause
great.
they're
No,
always
they're
dry.
and it's generic wing. It's like they have regular wings and they threw some Texas Pete on it.
Yeah.
You know? That's it.
Yeah, they're
That's
not.
exactly what they did.
But the Hooters is really good, except the only thing I really like from Buffalo Wild
Foxtrot.
Wings is I'll go and I'll get the actual seasonings
Mhm.
because they have like the salt and vinegar seasonings. And if I make my own wings at home, I'll try something like that. Like I'll make my own wings with their seasonings. But in terms of their chicken quality, it's not good.
Right.
If you
That's
ever
why I
there,
like these. Like everybody who comes into town, I'm like, you gotta just have the wings.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, I've had wings before, and then all of a sudden, they're like, oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they're wicked good. Wicked. You probably get a lot of wickeds on your.
A lot of wicked. It's a wicked pisser.
Good kid.
Dude.
I watch that one scene in Good Will Hunting constantly, the one where my friend is wicked smart.
Yeah.
That's like my
Wicked
favorite
smart.
scene
My boy's
ever.
wicked
In a,
smart.
yeah, it's my favorite scene, not just because of that, but just because like, hey, I know you history. Oh yeah, that's right. And then like the guy douchebag
Yeah.
comes up.
I
Oh
know
yeah,
that.
history. It's right before recess. And then like he just destroys him.
so
my
good.
favorite. That and Steven Seagal fight scenes are my favorite go-to. Like if you look at my browse history on the Monster Factory, it's Good Will Hunting, Steven Seagal fucking fight scenes. That's it.
That's not
Did
bad
you
at all.
see the Mad TV thing I sent you where they did
Yes, he's the best. Man.
Yeah.
You can't get over it. Did you see when I was talking about like music I like?
Yeah.
And I put in there Steven Seagal because he has his own band.
no way.
Yes, he does.
Oh,
Of course it is.
Yes, he fucking does.
I'm not
Plays
surprised.
blues. He's a fucking stallion.
How did Seagal never end up in the Expendables movies?
Not yet. Give it time.
He's fucking unreachable. Can't, dude, he'll kill the whole fucking. Kill the whole fucking dude. We talked about like every single action movie, action star. It always gets beat up, right? And then comes back. He never does. The only time he was ever down, he got put in a fucking coma for 7 years, and then he got out and just killed everybody. Like that's it. Watch anything. Like literally, I'm watching. Like watch the end of Under Siege. With Tommy Lee Jones is like a great epic fucking villain. He just destroys him and just stabs him in the top of the head. Like literally, like Tommy Lee is like doing all this. He's just like ended it. It's just like
Game over.
Straight to the point.
yeah, there's like anticlimactic. Like he's just fighting from top constantly. He just kills everybody.
Do you
He's
think
Goldberg.
Commando has the least believable villain? Since
Oh, the guy in the mesh.
yeah, since Schwarzenegger like murders everyone on screen and then almost loses to
The guy in the mesh top.
yeah, who's like all dumpy and fat. He looked like an old like '80s heel that was just hanging on during the early
Yeah.
'90s.
Good for him.
It's like
He had his moment.
it's,
He had his
he's like
moment.
Steve Lombardi before getting the Brooklyn Brawler.
Yeah.
Like he's rugged Ron Shaw,
Yeah.
Frankie Williams.
You know what I realized? I was watching. I've been watching all the pay-per-view.
This is so much better than Table for Three. Because like we're actually eating
Yeah,
real
we're-
food
we're eating.
in a real restaurant, and we're drinking real beverages.
Yes.
As opposed to a studio, like they're not in a real restaurant. It's
No.
hilarious. Continue.
Oh, yeah,
But I
yeah.
was telling
They
you about
just
the
bring
pay-per-views
food
and
from
everything.
catering.
I didn't realize like how long Rick the Hammer wrestled.
Oh my God.
And like he got like pudgy, but then I was watching a match the other day. I'm like, that's a muscle guy. He was
Yeah,
still,
it was
like,
solid.
It was it was like that solid like
Shaky,
muscle.
like
Yes.
shaky.
That's the stomach I wish I had.
It was
Shaky.
it was impressive. I'm like, my God.
It was like a solid, like you hit it, bang, it'll
Yeah.
move.
He looked like a guy who, if you showed up to a bar with him,
A what?
he could be a bar.
Nah, you said nah.
I'll go bow with him.
He would mess you up.
But we gotta
You'd run
pocket
into him.
Kyle outside first.
When I remember him, I remember him and Tito feuding for the Intercontinental title. And then like I felt like he was like someone like there was like always rumors he was gonna go to NWA
Yeah.
and be part of the Four Horsemen. So he started getting like these expensive robes and stuff. And like the rumors, you know, the dirt sheets, which were just like the regular magazines, was like that rumor like he was gonna be one of the Four Horsemen, which I would have loved. And then instead, like he got like a shin guard and he was like killing people in figure fours.
Him and Ronnie Garvin had
Yeah.
a submission
Yeah.
match, in which for some reason, regardless of how many times the ref tells them throughout the match, they keep going for pins. Like I get the
Right.
first time you don't know the rules, but the whole time they're just pinning each other.
Could you see Vince blowing he had to have been blowing his stack, right?
Yeah.
Because I was going ape shit today. Like more so on the camera guy.
Yeah, we heard. We were laughing.
Oh my god, it was driving me insane. And you know it's going to be on the microphone.
Yeah.
I'm like right above the microphone, like, Virgil, you fucking asshole, move the fuck over.
Keep recording.
Yeah, move. Right, he was literally walking by ring like that. Like, why can't you do this? Virgil, what the fuck? Like, it blows my mind, like, literally. Here's the action. He's gonna go to this side, he just goes.
Yeah.
So if my heart game doesn't get, like, say if I'm in the middle of doing something, we have nothing.
Yeah.
Other than Fergal going like this and recording the fucking ground. Oh boy, Henrik loves me. I think he does this on purpose. He loves being mentioned on
celery?
Rattle My Cage. Every single Rattle My Cage he gets mentioned.
You want celery?
Not gonna do that. I don't like celery.
Me too. Unless it's cooked in a soup or
I'm
something.
all over celery.
I don't
Nah,
like.
that and raw carrots. To me, they taste like dirty water. But I'll eat them cooked. But I can't eat them raw.
Celery is butt floss. It cleans your ass out.
It's true.
I don't
One of
like.
the best things for you.
I don't like anything that takes away from like the sweat. Like when people like get hot wings and then they dip it in something. I'm like, what are you doing? You ordered the buffalo.
Well, I do
wings.
this for butt floss. And not only that, you get enough of these, it makes you throw ropes.
I just learned something.
Bro, ropes.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I didn't know that's what he was talking
I
about.
had no idea.
Go home to your girlfriend and be like, I can throw ropes.
I can throw ropes.
You better eat all that fucking celery.
He just goes over like this and goes.
It's not just drippers. It literally looks like lassoing. Yep, we ain't in a match for that at all. Eat celery, you can throw ropes.
Gonna have to tell my wife.
I thought you
Buy
meant
nothing but celery. Those are
She watches the network. She watches the network.
She will now.
Damn right.
life lessons.
So
Those come straight out.
when did you? I never got down to when did you start getting here and how?
How did I?
Did you guys? You came a little bit later, right? So I think it was.
Meet me.
Originally, it was Bob, Kongo, Rocco Abruzzi, and me came down for a Bob
Seminar to help out. And then me
And
and
I
Nick got
didn't
to
start
work.
coming up until like 2 years ago. Yeah, so okay.
Yep.
Can I just have a water, please?
You want?
The water's right
They're
there.
party
I got you
animals,
another
right?
one.
Well, that's
Those
my
crazy
water.
Yeah, I
fucking
got you
wrestlers.
one.
Thank you. You're the best.
I got you.
I'm sorry. I'll probably crush the other one when everyone gets here.
Oh, I'm just
So,
saying. I told you.
So Dijak and I basically in Dijak.
I still have your video you gave me
Oh
for
really?
Jerry's seminar.
Yeah.
I still have them. Can I put some of those matches on the network?
Yeah.
Because you gave them to me, and I've never because right away it was amazing. Here's a great story. Like as soon as Jerry saw Dijak, he goes, "Yeah, we'll make a lot of money off him. I don't need his info.
I
Yeah.
don't know how that's working out.
He'll be fine."
Depressing
Think it's
about
working out
that
pretty well.
was Jerry seemed like he was equally in love with us, and he goes, "How tall are you?" And I went, 5'7". He goes, "And moving on." And I was
Did he say just like that?
just no. He was
I wish I
polite.
had
He just
that.
went, and that was the end of the conversation. Because Dijak and I called a match that fit Dijak and I, but we called it on the fly, and it seemed to have been pretty good. And he had said it didn't seem like it was a big guy, small guy match. It seemed like an even match between two evenly matched wrestlers. And then we found out how short I was. He seemed completely disinterested, which blew me away because when I was 5'7" during the match, he didn't realize I was 5'7". So then it didn't pull away from the wrestling then. So
Right.
then just don't tell people I'm 5'7". You just shoot ass.
So you're telling me the first time you were at the factory was the Briscoe camp with Dijak and all of us?
That might no. We
Oh, where Briscoe told Dijak to gain 30 pounds?
yes.
Got it.
Well, he was skinny then.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
wasn't-
Dijak lost it all back, and now he looks as good as he did.
Right.
It was, but we both tried, like. to-
Plus, you got to understand from Jerry's standpoint, he goes by like what they're asking for at that time.
Yeah.
Because like if Nick, he wanted Nick with the beard when he went first tryout. Nick came with his beard, but his picture was without it.
Yeah.
So they go, "Why'd you grow your beard?" And he goes, "Jerry told me to." He goes, "Jerry, did you tell him to grow your beard?" You're goddamn right I did. He goes, "All right, fine, you're good." Because he wanted him to be fucking Bruiser Brody.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of guys that try to be Bruiser Brody, but they're not Bruiser Brody. Like, I think Nick could probably pull it off because Nick is insane.
But he also kind of does look like him when
But-
you're watching him.
Yeah, I know, but so does like Harper and all that.
No, I mean like in the face.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
out
Nick,
like,
Nick is insane. Like, I think Nick could do it, but Nick is too busy not getting wrapped up in the insane, and he wants to be somebody else. Like, I'm not saying be exactly Bruiser Brody, but if Nick would just be Nick,
Yeah.
he would almost be Bruiser Brody because like Nick is insane. Like
Yeah.
Nick is completely out there and does crazy shit, but he tries too much to pop the boys and be cute.
Yeah.
Like, I was infuriated. I always give the example, like during that match, did you see where he was going to flip in
Yep.
and get nailed? And he waited, and he waited, and he waited, and he waited, and I tell everybody, you can't wait for the guy to break. You have to throw it before the guy breaks. Then he'll catch it.
Yeah.
And he kept waiting and waiting, and that's why it turned out like shit. As opposed to, okay, let's say he flipped in. Number one, I would have said, like, why did he have to jump and get hit in the air?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it have been better if he flipped in and got caught right as he landed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So,
To a certain degree, you have to trust the person you're in there with. You gotta get a feel for. And you start to know because we're on enough of these shows together. Which person do I have to wait
Right.
an extra second for because I've got to lead this, or I can trust this guy's gonna be right where he needs to be, and I'll be all set. And it's just kind of getting that feel for it.
so you guys came in.
Dijak and I came in. We had been looking to expand, and Dijak's done a really good job expanding. Obviously, he's gotten out there a bunch. It was one of the things he's been best at. And
Well, like his
we wanted to come down, and we reached out. We also reached out to Bob. It was like, "Hey, Bob, we wanted to go down to the Monster Factory. Would you mind, putting a good word for us?" And then he said, "Hey, just send you our stuff. You guys are all set." So we sent our stuff.
And I never watched any of it. I don't watch shit. I don't watch
I don't
shit.
blame you.
No, you asked us for everything.
I'm sure you probably get a ton of it.
The picture said, "Send me
Right.
down some pictures." So you put the picture on. I'm like, "Oh, I guess we're on the show," because it says it right here.
Yeah.
So I don't even think we got like the official "You're on the show." We just saw like our pictures
Yeah.
go up in the announcement. Like, so we're on the show. So we get down there, and it was a tag team gauntlet, and you needed somebody to be eliminated first by Luis and his tag partner at the time.
Oh yeah, Brawley.
Probably, yeah. And you can't. I'm like, "So, do you want us as a heel or babyface?" And I was, and you said, "Well, we don't really have any heels, so I'm gonna need you to be a heel." And I was like, "Yeah, no problem." And then I turned to Josh.
Which he was a perfect deal.
And then
And then I saw his gear. Weren't you wearing like pink tassels and
Tassels.
shit?
Yeah, bro.
Yes.
Power.
and then Dijak just goes, "Go like that." You're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
You're ready.
So we get out there, and I'm having fun with them, like, because if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna get yelled at for doing it too much. So we go out there. I remember Dijak, because Dijak always gets nervous about saying things that might be too shoot from time to time, like in the ring, but like that are still in the working sense, not saying inside
Right.
the terms. He just doesn't like when I shoot on people. And so we walk out there, and it was friggin' the Bloodbound Warriors were in the ring. And I look and I point right at them, and I look to Dijak, and I point at them like, "Dijak, those two look like bloated ticks." Because they were all huge. And he goes, "You can't say that. It's our first time here." I'm like, dude.
I can see Dijak too, trying to be so serious.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to like get in trouble or offend anyone. And I'm
I
told
bet he vanity searched after that.
oh, probably he vanity searches like nobody I've ever seen. Which, by the way, is way worse when you vanity search and find nothing. 'Cause I tried it. And
Well,
I
I
was like,
just
oh,
did. I
depressing.
just did, and it was great because all these things pop like awesome. I'm over.
Yeah.
No, it was all Luke Cage versus Danny something from fucking. So like I was just like, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
not
the-
important.
Yeah, it's the worst. You're like, well, I just wish that I existed. People can say the worst things about me.
Ian
It's like-
does it all the time. You got to follow Ian Riccaboni's feed.
Oh, really?
Because he confronts him,
Oh, that's awesome.
and he like goes, "Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way." Or like, I'm doing better, and like stuff like that. He's like, "So I started doing this thing. Yeah, Donovan Dijak told me to do it." He's like, "Yeah, it's called vanity search." So fucking Ian's the
I love Ian.
Ian's the greatest.
So much.
Ian's the greatest.
Works
Such a
hard.
good kid.
Technically not.
Ian,
But that's how we ended up getting down here. We ended up jobbing out in like
38
a minute and a
seconds.
half, maybe 3. And then you kept giving us opportunities to kind of come down.
yeah, I remember doing that, and then it was like you guys. When did you come into the picture?
When you asked me to find another big man, because
My
Nick left.
first time down.
Because you
was-
came, yeah. Because you're
He
like,
came
you remember
before.
Josh, and I'm like,
He
I
came
think
with
I
us.
do.
He came with us one other time with Brett. Was it Brett?
No,
it was the
Pat Dalton. He's an army guy.
yeah.
and they worked together that
It was,
one
yeah,
time.
it was me and him against Primal Fear, and it was like a 4-minute match. You told me to not do much to protect my sides.
Right.
And then I came down to the camp, the next camp, and then you asked for a new Beast Cartel member, and they wanted me. So
Awesome.
Cause I was like, who can I bring that's big and around the area?
yeah,
I was like, you, cause Ace. I thought of Ace at first,
that's what you said.
and then I was like, he's way busy. No offense at the time,
Yeah.
but I was like, I think you'd be perfect for it. So it worked
Yeah.
out.
And I was big on people that I could trust.
That was another thing, Mikey.
Yeah.
Also,
I
that
don't
we
attach
trust
my
Josh.
name to many people because
Like that one dipshit?
I never attach my name to
No,
them.
no. I'm
Who?
just saying,
Yeah.
like that one dipshit.
Who?
Text?
Yeah.
Oh, Tex. Oh, boy.
Do you remember when someone said easy text? And I said, no, you're, and Dijak goes, no, let him go. It was like either on Facebook or on Twitter.
'Cause
he said something like real stupid, and someone goes, oh, no, Tex. And Dijak just goes, no, let him go.
Yeah, 'cause he starts, he loves to tell people how the business works. He goes, all these people who make money never die. And he goes, Cena, Orton, Michaels.
Shawn Michaels. I'm like, what the
And
fuck?
like,
Shawn
he doesn't
Michaels
talk all the
dives all
time.
the
The
time.
bully does like a moonsault, but I've never watched him dive the ropes. I'm literally watching the '91 Rumble
Right.
where him and Marty were in the tag team
Yeah,
match, and they
suicides.
start off with
Yeah,
suicide
yeah.
dives. So I got my big TV, and I just filmed. I go Dijak because I unfollowed the kid because I can't stand his posts. So I couldn't do it, but someone told me about it. And I'm like, can you post this on there? So Dijak immediately posted on there. The conversation immediately stops.
Yeah.
He doesn't say another thing.
It was amazing. Like,
It's nice to like wax poetic about wrestling when you don't watch it apparently.
or that you don't watch it anywhere past like when you were alive. Like, I mean, because like he was probably like 3 years old at that time.
But the thing is, the
Probably
kid's
not-
gimmick is
not
loving
even,
to go
not
back
even-
and
not
watch
even born.
Harley Race and Ric Flair
What is he,
and like
19?
just loves all these people. Did you watch them? Like that's what I wonder. Like you love them.
No, I see people talk about him on Twitter, so they must be over.
Ugh. Yeah.
I hate people. I hate people.
I go back and watch this because I torture Westgate when he has to sit in the back seat with me, and I'm like, so we're gonna watch the '91 Survivor Series, or today we watched '92 Survivor Series. all
And
the way
me and
down.
Josh-
If anyone has anything to say, Mikey just yells at
Yeah.
me. Interrupting.
You're wrong.
No, you interrupted me because so he's the co-pilot today, right?
Right.
So they don't know
man.
which turn to take, and I'm in the middle of watching Brett and Sean.
No,
from
we were
Survivor
we were
Series.
confirming what term.
And they're like, "What turn?" And I'm like, "He's in the fucking passenger seat. He's the co-pilot.
Right.
Fucking
Isn't
ask
the-
him.
isn't
I'm
the
in the
Google
middle of
Maps
watching
right there?
something."
Fuck
No,
you.
I have
So
to get off and
angry.
watch this.
Here we go.
Save the
He
day,
needs
because I have to
chicken
co-pilot from the
wings.
back
He's
seat.
angry because he hasn't had like chicken wings.
I
some grease.
can't. It's torture.
Throw him at him. Start throwing him at him.
It's torture.
Gotcha.
It's wicked torture.
If he falls asleep, I'm gonna slap him with a chicken wing. So.
You know I'll fall asleep. I think I'm narcoleptic.
Like that. Well, you guys weren't here for our pre-show talk, were you?
Today, no.
No.
So I was talking about because like it's very frustrating because like did you see the Gabby's promo
Yes.
in New York?
That was not even a promo. It was just like.
No, but it was fine. My point was, these motherfuckers, and that was actually, I told her just to do that,
Okay.
because Jess pissed me off, because I told, they weren't coming in, they were going to Ring of Honor Thursday. So I said, following people you saw, I need
Yes,
these
yes.
promos.
Good.
Gio goes, what do you want us? I go, here's the promo I want from you, here's the promo I want from Jess and Gabby, and what I wanted is Jess and Gabby, because Sumi was supposed to be there. So I was gonna have like Gabby hugging like Sumi, and like Jess come walking in and be like, oh, and act like they're all friends, and then like they're talking about like their match, and she just got back from Japan, and then like when Gabby walks off, like kind of like shoot her like a dirty look. I get a text. I text Gio. I go, hey, did you do the promos? Well, I did mine, but Jess said she didn't like the way she looked tonight, so she'll do hers tomorrow. So I could just have Gabby cut one tonight. Don't message Jess. Just that she's glad to be back. She's back from Japan, and that's it.
You guys still okay?
Yes, sir.
Everything gonna go your way?
So then,
Can you put water with your
Yeah.
Jess comes in yesterday and goes, "Hey, Dan, are we gonna?" No, you're done. Don't need a promo from me. Then today, like she's apologized. I said, "Stop doing that." She's like, "Well, I didn't like the way I go." Then if I think you look shitty, I wouldn't put it out. I was like, it was supposed to be that you guys were working out at the dojo. So odds are you're not going to be looking
Hot. Or whatever.
unbelievable.
Right.
So, I mean, you can't say like, I don't want to do this because I don't like the way I look.
Yeah.
Definitely couldn't tell Vince that.
Yeah, imagine that. No, sorry, Vince. A little bloated today.
All right,
okay,
cool.
Oh, you got it. She's sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I was saying, all these people travel all over the world. There's Rico going here, and Orlando going here, and even you guys going here and going there. Why wouldn't you guys take advantage and like cut like just generic promos promoting yourself? Not even like a show or a match or anything, but like a T-shirt store or whatever in front of these landmarks and all these things that you're going to visit.
Yeah.
Or like, and then like I get frustrated because like I'll see on Snapchat, like literally if I follow like everybody, like most of them probably have me like excluded when things come through. You know what I mean? Like they'll do like the everybody but this fucker.
Yeah.
But like Luis was out with them the other night and he's like sending me the Snapchats like, and like Luis is like, I'm just fucking leaving. I'm just showing you these assholes. It's like, like after, I say this, you guys all saw 8 Mile, right?
Yeah.
Remember the ending scene, like when they're all like want to go out and party?
Yep.
And he's like, nope, gotta go back to work.
Thank you.
These guys are the exact opposite. They're all fucking cheddar Bob. Like they all just want to get fucked up. And like I say, like when we get fucked up or I'm hanging out with the boys after the show, I'll discuss wrestling. Or we're talking promos or old shows or something wrestling related. These guys are just getting fucked up to get fucked up. Like I'll be hanging out, it's like me and Abyss and Braxton Sutter, and all we're doing is talking wrestling. Like literally me and Luis and QT sometimes, like we would sit at the Monster Factory until like, holy shit, it's 4 in the morning. Like literally everybody would be gone and we would just be talking wrestling. Everybody left 4 hours ago. And we're just talking wrestling. But like these fools don't get it. Like they're in the greatest wrestling environment there can be. We can film everything in-house. There's all kinds of cool shit to do. Everything, and none of them will do it. Like I walked in today and everybody's just sitting around. Like, I'm gonna check everybody's social media when I go over here to get something to eat, so I hope you guys promote the show. Instantly everybody does. But that prior time, everybody's laying in a ring like this, just playing on the phones and bullshitting. Not even discussing wrestling or the show, or what they could be doing, or anything. So like that's the mind-blowing thing to me is like, this is like the greatest promoter ever.
Do they not have fun with it? Like,
I don't. Maybe
No,
they.
they'd rather, here's the thing that I notice. I'll put up a video of Gabby or LSG or Nick on the MFPW, on our YouTube, on the Monster Factory, and on the MFM network. There'll be no shares from any of them. If any of them just get anything on Ring of Honor, there's 50 shares that they do. It's just like, oh, that's the hot new girlfriend.
Uh,
You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, I have people from WWE and everything else that's on our stuff. Why would you not? Because then if you tweet it, then I'm going to retweet it. Then they're going to see your stuff. Like, I guarantee you right now, someone go on Nick's social media, and I guarantee he hasn't even shared his promo yet. Guarantee you.
He's doing it.
Yeah, guarantee you.
I have Sprint.
I don't even think.
Jump on the
I
Wi-Fi.
don't think he has.
It's Whistlers.
Yeah.
Whistlers are the best.
Now, maybe
Does he have
it's
a Twitter?
because they have it all there, and they just like
Yeah,
it's
but
here.
they still do it. They still do it for Ring of Honor.
Right, but the thing is, like, they know that's their like home. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you can always go home.
Oh,
And,
already signed it? Oh, no.
like,
wasn't
I don't know
signed.
how to.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
how,
the hot new girlfriend thing.
Yeah,
Grass
what
is
he's saying.
greener.
Now, if
Yeah.
anybody wants his wings, I'm not going to eat them.
I
Take
still-
advantage of them.
I gotta finish these.
Not me.
No, he doesn't eat wings. He eats chicken nuggets.
Chicken
Yeah.
nuggets.
Flavored chicken nuggets.
All about the chicken
They're
nuggets.
so good.
Yeah.
They're good.
I just hate when they're called boneless wings. They're not wings. They're not even the same kind
They're
of
not
meat.
good.
They're breast meat.
Ain't nothing wrong with breast meat. Everybody get a little chitty meat, okay?
Ain't nothing wrong with the booty meat though either.
I gotta have some booty on her, son.
He shared it.
The booty?
Oh, we're.
No,
Oh.
the promo. Nick did.
I gotta have booty meat.
What do you
son.
say about her? He just hit share.
Gotta just hit share.
The boys are back in town.
He just shared it, and then he shared it again, and he said the boys are back in town.
Double share.
The boys are back in town. I know
He
you
shared
like that.
Danny's promo too.
But he probably didn't say anything. Like, that's another thing. Like, why, like, I always compare it to, like, a commercial. Like, let's say I have an advertisement here for Whistler's Inn.
That's it. I'm
We're
done.
not at Whistler's Inn right now, and I'm hanging out with him, and I just go, and I leave. You just go, what the fuck is this? Like, great, Whistler's Inn, whatever. Whatever I said, you gotta see this place. They got fucking awesome wings, this and this, and you kind of give an advertisement with their advertisement. So if you share something and then put over in your own words the advertisement you're trying to make people look at,
Yeah.
they're gonna look at it more. But if you just randomly hit share, anybody can do that.
Yep.
They're gonna just go to fast forward through that fucking commercial. You know, it's amazing.
It's like common sense. I scroll down my shit and I don't. If I see something that doesn't have writing on it, I don't care.
Right.
I don't care at all. Oh, my friend. Oh, Mikey said something about this. I guess I might actually care.
It blows my mind. So yeah, that's what, like, one of the things I was saying with today. Like, I walked in and everybody's just sitting around, and then like some of the people weren't here to do the ring last night because of the rain. So we're like, hey, somebody needs to empty these coolers. And literally, like, people right in front of them, don't move. Like, 6 people come over to grab them, and like Luis is just like, that's real good, you know. You're right in front of them, but they have to come get it. Real good fucking job. Like, it's just amazing to me. Like, especially like in my mind, as someone who wasn't here the night before, I'd feel guilty, and I'd be like, oh, well, let me get it. I wasn't here. And I'd be like, get back, I got it. I wasn't here. You guys all set up last night. I didn't. I got out of it. I was sitting on my ass. So yeah, that's it. See, that's why I like you and Dijak. You guys weren't annoying assholes. You guys did
We're
what
just
we
assholes.
asked. Yeah, true. Dijak's sense of humor is what I'm a big fan of his sense of humor.
He's a funny guy.
Because he's like real laid back, and then once you can make him laugh like hysterically, like you feel good about it.
Yeah.
Because he usually does like the.
That's
So
true.
when you get him to like belly laugh, you're like, yeah, Dijak laughed really hard.
Yeah,
I've seen it a few
he's a
times.
funny guy.
So he's there now, right?
There, I don't know if he's there. I know he drove a truck.
No, he is there, that fucker.
Where though?
He's there. He moved already.
Yeah, but he just moved the other day, so I don't know where like he is.
Because I had said, because I wanted him versus you.
Yeah, he just moved.
Because I said, I text him, I go, hey, and he's like, no, I'll be there already.
Yeah, but he's.
And I'm like, I hate you.
But
I
he's
hope you
not-
die.
But
And
he's
he goes,
not.
I deserve that.
But I don't think he's there. I think he's like he's
En
moving
route.
in.
He's
like,
en
yeah,
route.
He's at home with his wife, like and they're moved in. But I don't think he starts.
Oh, yeah, I know that. I'm just
Yeah.
saying he's in Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah.
can't-
I helped him pack the other day.
He can't do nothing anywhere else. But in
Guy's
Florida.
an amazing wrestler. He's inept at packing a truck.
He's a what?
He's inept
Oh,
at
really?
packing a truck or doing anything without Ashley telling him what to do. I helped the first half, and AG helped lug stuff, and Dijak helped lug stuff. And then luckily, when I had to leave, Scotty Slade came. So Scotty Slade was able to take care of the adulting while I was gone.
Did he do the truck with the towing of a truck, of a car? Or?
No, they paid I believe, I only overheard the conversation, I think they had like a car service or something to bring the car down.
Oh,
And
okay.
Dijak drove the truck.
See, I would have done the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Someone drive that fucking big
Yeah.
ass fucking truck.
Moving companies are expensive, so just like with and I know it's farther, it's almost double the distance, but even if you were to cut that price in half. So I just worked with a teacher this year who relocated from Massachusetts to Southern California, and they had someone pack up their house and move it over to Southern California. $22,000 to move.
Well, that's also fucking Southern California. It's
So,
across
but-
the fucking country.
So cut that in half. It's
What?
$11,000 to move into Florida then.
You just say 22 grand?
yeah.
22 grand to pack up the house and move it to.
It's
I don't
also
know.
a house.
They got
I'm sure he
paper.
had a condo.
They got paper to do that.
To
He had like
Florida's
a
a lot.
small house
Townhouse?
attached
Okay.
to
Got me.
another house.
I couldn't even move to Florida.
Got you.
So it's
I'm
yeah,
good at packing
it's probably
trucks.
about $11,000 to move.
See, like me, if I was that person, like 22 grand, I would went, know what we're doing? Selling all our furniture. We'll buy new furniture when we get there.
Yeah.
Cheaper.
Well, they
It would've been
luckily he was teaching in Massachusetts at one of the more affluent school districts and stuff, and his wife has a good job. So they have the money.
They got
to do
money.
So. And
They got
lived in
people.
a good house. So
They
when
got
they sold
people.
their house, I think they made
got
decent
people,
on it.
son. They got
Because if
people.
you look at like the median home cost in Hopkins and Mass, which is where I work, it's like $500,000, $600,000 a home. I mean, it's hard to find a home in there for anything under $3,000.
That's a lot of fucking money.
It's a really
Yeah,
affluent
Mikey's
school.
good.
It's
Well,
a great
it's-
school.
I'll tell you what, like around
Mikey's
Cinnamon,
wife's-
you don't find a
He got
house
money.
less than
'Cause
$250.
He's married,
Yeah.
so
He's got
money.
the old money.
This is where I grew up.
Not the new money.
250 right around here.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I mean, I lucked out because on top of wrestling, I've been doing the education thing.
Yeah.
Did
And I
you not
work
see
in
how
one of the
much-
best school districts in Massachusetts. Massachusetts is number one in education, so if I'm in the third best school in
But Jack can't say ours?
That puts me like the third best school in the country.
We know how to write them down. We just don't know how to say it.
Yeah, we need to write them. They know it goes like this.
Yeah, it's that silent letter that's in the words.
Yeah. It's like a knife.
It's that letter we don't use when we speak.
Now, so you guys started coming, then you came in with Bob, you were in with Bob.
Yep.
Originally.
You don't even wrestle anywhere else, do you?
A few places left in New England.
Todd
not
Sopel.
really.
What's that?
We're not saying that.
Don't mention his name.
Don't mention that guy. Don't mention him.
I'll edit it out, but what was that about?
No, he's
Hold on.
Let's open a can of worms.
You want to show him? Just show him.
Why not?
It's more.
Yeah.
It's more of
I
a.
don't care.
Yeah,
Shitty
just show him.
booking?
No, the guy.
Shitty human
it's
being.
way-
You've heard about
it's
Todd
way,
Sopel
way better.
from Bob and us. The
This
first
is-
time he went to
this is
Virginia with us,
essentially-
and he was like
Let me see if I can
the
find
worst
it.
person to ride with. No road
This post
etiquette.
went
No.
awesome.
No.
And then
Is this the rich
he
piano?
tried to shit on Bob, saying that the
Oh!
and
is
I
that
wanted
the
to
guy?
kill him.
Okay.
That I was like, how dare you say what he's doing is bullshit? Like,
My favorite is when he was angry at me.
yeah,
Oh my god. Like he doesn't understand when I say go fuck yourself, like kidding around.
yeah.
Like
Well,
was
he
so
asked
angry.
him.
Oh, I know.
He was there.
I was like, really, dude? I was like, dude, like I said it completely fucking around. And he's like, oh, I didn't know. I'm like, dude, like if I would have said like more, like the only time I'll say go, if I would have said go fuck yourself and then blocked him or
Right, but you know,
That's him.
Yeah, and then so it goes on. And
It's like a-
124 comments, and it's all worth the read. It's fun.
it's awesome. You know about the bodybuilder,
Okay.
but he's just a very opinionated man. But only his opinion makes sense and is correct. So.
If you feel like reading it, I think you're friends with the girl who shared that, so you can probably see the comments.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
That's
dun,
hilarious.
dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
Dipshit.
Yes.
Yes.
Complete dipshit.
Yeah. So and then I started coming.
I've never
by
had a
myself.
problem with them, but
Yeah, we're good.
excellent. But I mean,
Yeah, he's
I
been
also
great to
don't
me.
get into it on
Right, yeah.
social media. Like when
I love blocking people. It's like one of my favorite things now because I let them like go on and go on and go on, and they write a bunch of stuff, and then like I make sure that they started the thread, and I go, you're blocked. Go fuck yourself. And I let them marinate, and I see that they're typing, and I delete their comment as I block them, so they can never get back.
It's crazy.
Whenever I have a disagreement with you, because I know
Yeah, you'll text me.
yeah, I'm like, let's have a conversation between the two of us. The rest of the world doesn't need to see our conversation right here.
See, but again, like, people fail to understand, like, I used to write politically.
Yeah.
So, like, in 2007, 8, 9, 10, and 11, that's what I was doing. So, like, for 4 years, I was ghostwriting stuff and actually writing stuff and researching stuff, writing stuff for comedians, and had my own website that, like, Joe Scarborough would read and shit like that, and he would message me. So, like, when people start arguing, like, I take it with a grain of salt, and I do it while I'm doing shit.
Yeah.
I'm literally editing, and I'm fucking murdering people. Like, I'm just like, and like, everyone's like, well, if you spent this much time, I'm like, dude, literally, like, I'm editing.
I'm pooping.
Yeah, I'm
drinking a
pooping,
beer.
like, I'm murdering you when it's second thought.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not just sitting in front of my computer, what can I do next? Like, I'm literally working. And it's just like an afterthought. I'm like, yeah, fuck you. Okay, what about this? What about this? Oh, let me just screenshot that, send it to you, and I'll just go on. But yeah, like, so like when I get like these goofballs, whoa, blah, 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 I was like, oh my God, I can't take it, I can't take it. Like literally, like it was so cool. I was like, I would be sitting. I don't know if you guys know who like Matt Taibbi is. Writes for the Rolling Stone.
I don't.
He's like a great fucking author, like famous author. And I like was sitting across from him, and like if you guys watch Howard Stern, remember like what Jackie and all them would do to Howard, like write him jokes and stuff like that.
Yes.
Well, my job was to write questions to shoot to this guy and one-liners and stuff. And the host is a comedian. So I'm shooting him one-liners and jokes and bringing up topics and all this stuff on my. And before that, the way I got it was, he gave me his instant messenger, and I would write the jokes while I'm on my on the telephone pole working and listening to Sirius satellite radio on my fucking on my work truck.
Damn.
So I would just be like, we literally had a he's like, you got him on the ropes, you got him on the ropes, and I'm fucking hanging fiber optics, just murdering a congressman with questions to ask. And so that's how I got that. It was Sirius Satellite Radio, Pete Dominic show, and it's I forget what station it's on now. It used to be like indie radio, and now it's like left or something like that. But he used to open up for Colbert, so I got to go and meet Colbert and go and hang out and do shit with Colbert and stuff like that. You ever see the episode with the Krampus? If you find the episode, if you Google it,
The Christmas, the Krampus.
yeah, the episode, the opening thing, you'll see Colbert come running around and give me a high five. Like, and that was like when I was jacked. Like, I was literally like 245 jacked because like, I had this jacket on and I just looked like I was gonna murder him. Because like everybody else is like these little nerds and it's like me in the front. Like with my jacket, I'm just like, and I'm just like, oh my God, dude. But he's like 6'5".
Colbert?
Yes.
Really?
No shit.
Yes, he is.
He looks like a tiny dude.
What a waste of height.
Yeah, all just sitting behind
Dude,
the
he's
desk.
so fucking tall.
I would never have guessed that.
Yeah, I know.
I was
Wow,
thinking
I could use that height.
Dude,
Like,
I like, walked up and I was like, what the fuck?
Like Jim Rome. Like that's what I was expecting. You know?
What is he? He's big?
No, like Jim Rome. I
Oh,
always
you.
expected it was like,
Okay. I was about to say
'cause
what,
Jim
Jim?
Rome big? No, Jim Rome.
6'8".
I heard Jim Rome is like 5'4". No offense.
He's 5'6".
He's got
Barely
heels.
5'4".
But yeah, like
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 5'7".
he's really fucking tall. Like so tall, I couldn't believe it. And it's great too because like when the show starts, he like comes out, he goes, "Everybody, let's do a question and answer before I turn into this horrible human being called Stephen Colbert." And like he literally talked for an hour about Lord of the Rings, and did question and answer with Lord of the Rings. Like he's a huge nerd, and like he was dropping knowledge on it. He goes, "All right, I'll be right back. Then I'll be Stephen Colbert. You're all gonna hate me." And like goes back and comes out, and he's, you know, it was so
Loved.
awesome. And then the guy who bought me there, he was the opening. He opens up, you know, does the warm up. So I remember he texted me in the middle of it. He goes, "I gotta go home. My wife and this and this." So I'm like, "Okay, I'll come." And he goes, "No, you can't leave. There's no one to sit in your seat." And I go, "Okay." And he goes, "You remember where your car is or your truck is?" I go, "I guess I'll remember." Now it's like December 17th. It's fucking like 2 in the morning in New York. So now I'm walking 40 blocks in New York. But again, like I said, I was fucking big as shit. So I was just like, in my mind, I'm like, I gotta walk confident and no one's gonna fuck with me. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna put a dip in, and worst comes to worst, I can take it out, I can smash it in their eyes or do something. But I remember getting in my car, and like he called me up, and he's like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, no, dude, it's all cool. Like I'm literally driving home right now, thanks for the opportunity, and then I got to go back again. But again, it's like the investing yourself. Like I didn't go, how much are you getting paid to drive into New York?
Yeah.
And to do this and to do this, but it like opened so many doors, and I got to do cool shit. My wife was saying good night. See, like, my wife doesn't bug me. Like she just wanted to know if I played Mega Millions or whatever, the Powerball thing or
Oh,
whatever.
do we have the winners?
I don't know.
None
My
of
wife
us.
gave me the numbers.
Why, you played?
I always play. I play once a week with the doubler on it.
A
That way-
doubler?
That way, if you,
This
because you're
motherfucker
more
wins.
likely to.
We gonna get paid, baby!
That way, if you win one of the smaller prizes, you actually.
Yeah, because you gotta sign the
I
basketball.
won,
We jumping. You
$4
heard
the
we
other
jumping?
day.
I signed the basketball.
Oh, that
Good, we out. Us three.
It's better than nothing.
Tokyo, son. Say we
I-
made it.
I
The
did
numbers are 17.
19, 39, 43, 68, Powerball 13.
I have no Powerball, so I'll just put it away. for
Table,
now.
we out, motherfuckers.
Oh my god, it'd be so. Wouldn't it be great to catch it?
Oh my god.
I'm rich, bitch.
I didn't.
Oh, I got a Powerball.
13,
Yep, 13 right there.
So is
What
that
else is the
a couple
number?
dollars?
17, 19, 39,
50.
43, 68.
I have 68
What's
and
that?
the Powerball.
What's the
Doesn't-
thing
it doesn't
with Mike
add up
Epps?
anything. One and
You
one's
need
the
like
same. I
15?
think it's $7.
15?
I want to say.
I think you're wrong. I think I won at least $20.
Well, let me.
He's like,
Do
I'm
you
about
have
to
any
go to
doubles on it?
No, I don't do that doubler shit.
What about the Benjamins?
So I'm sorry. It's $4. You won $4.
That's it? Even with one number?
One number plus one Powerball number is $4.
Ah, what a cunt. What if it's just Powerball alone?
$4.
That's shitty.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really shitty. Yo, did you know that? If you get a Powerball, right? If you just have the Powerball number, $4, right?
$4?
Yeah, but if you get like one of the numbers that goes with it, and the Powerball, still $4. Does that compute?
Stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how they get you.
That's how they fuck in the drive-thru. Well, I believe you.
No, I showed you the breakdown.
That's
You can't see
wicked
it.
messed up.
It's wicked messed up.
Wicked.
That's so
Demolish those
cunty.
fries.
So cunty.
I'm regretting it right now.
So how long have you been wrestling for?
A year and 8 months.
You?
10 years now.
11.
5.5
Decades?
I took a half a year off to do a playthrough.
We call that a
wrestling.
sabbatical.
Well, it was through wrestling, so
It was?
it was actually a really cool opportunity. The play was out in Boston. It's called The Elaborate Entrance of Chad Deity. It won all kinds of awards out in Boston. And
Until you took over.
no, like, it had.
He was
been,
the tree
they
in the
hadn't
background.
been-
Yeah.
no, they hadn't done it yet.
This is so wicked.
And it's really cool. It kind of talks about like how.
Is this like an off-Broadway type deal, like theater stuff?
Yeah. And it kind of tells a story like that wrestling is no different than any other entertainment, and through its history has
Oh,
broken.
is this the thing? They ran into a thing with the fucking commission, right?
No.
Not in one of the other cities, not in Boston.
Did they?
Yeah. They were like saying like this is like pro wrestling. Like no, it's a fucking play.
Because remember, they went from
Oh, really?
Boston.
I didn't
Yeah.
hear that.
They went other places, didn't
They
they?
might have.
Yeah.
Because it does take the physicality, but it's a play. And the play's
Were
all
you in
about
it?
basing
No,
like
me
how
neither.
wrestling
Well, she
breaks,
was like,
especially like if you look at the Vince McMahon stuff
I was
over the
thinking,
time. It breaks down
That's
to those
wrestling.
racial stereotypes that we see in all media. Like if you watch
You want to do custom? I'm down.
any of those terror shows on TV, like the burner phones, and every
Have you ever seen the movie Hollywood Shuffle?
Not.
Just watch the movie Hollywood Shuffle. It's the movie's about that.
Yeah.
Like literally, this guy is like a Harvard or whatever theater school.
Yeah.
And he comes in and he's like, I am blah 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 trained. And it's a black guy. He's like, I'm good. He goes, all right, Reed. He goes, I ain't got no weapons. And like he had to be like a typical black guy. And he's
Yeah.
like, no, back off, man. Like he had to be a pimp. He couldn't be like a nice guy who does like theater.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that's what the whole movie's about. It's like an hour and a half of just parodying fucking stereotypes in movies. It's awesome. Arsenio Hall's in it.
Really?
Yep.
So I gotta
So
watch
this
it
one,
now.
this one's really interesting
I gotta
though
watch
because it breaks down to how in the business, like you get fixed into those stereotypes. So this one guy has like this friend, and this friend is super charismatic, but he's of Indian descent. But he's super, super charismatic. And the main character that plays Mace, this is, he's like this Mexican jobber. Because he's Mexican, he can't carry the weight of the company, but he makes everyone look like $1 million. He looks great. He's the guy that the giant, jacked up dudes wrestle to look good, even though they're not that good and they're the money makers.
Right.
So they bring his friend in, who's this really charismatic Indian guy, and they instantly slap him with a terrorist gimmick because he's dark enough to look like a terrorist.
Just
So
like they
he's
gave
gonna-
the Italian guy.
the Indian gimmick.
Yeah.
So that's the whole thing, and it breaks down to that all those
Seems about
racial
right.
stereotypes and stuff. So they needed someone who was actually a professional wrestler who was trained to take bumps because the main character power bombs the guy, or like the main jacked up wrestler power bombs the guy. The bad guys.
Was there a legit ring, or was it like?
It was a legit ring. So Top Rope, which is a promotion up in Massachusetts,
they
they
use
rented out their
Bulldozer.
ring for the run of the show. So I was bumping in a real ring, but we trained the actors on how to take simple bumps, how to do a chair shot, because there's a chair shot in it. And the best part was the first day the director shows up, and this director's really good, but he comes in and Fury trained all the actors, and he goes, so, chair shots, like how do we do them? Like, is there like a sound effect that we cue?
Yeah, I know. Isn't it amazing?
And
No,
Fury
it's
goes,
metal to
so
back.
you
You hit
the
him.
guy with the
You hit him
chair.
with the chair.
And he goes, yeah, but
That's it.
like, no. And the poor actor, and this guy's awesome, still friends with him on Facebook, he's just a wonderful human being. But he's a slight dude. And the guy who was playing Chad Deity, the main guy in the play, is jacked. I mean, the guy looked like
So he's like, I really don't want to.
and when he swung this chair, it was like a gunshot went off. Like they had to rehearse
Oh, he
the
hit the
time.
little guy.
He had to hit the
Oh,
little guy.
I thought he had to
no,
hit the
the
big
little
guy.
guy had to take the chair shot over and over and over. It was just brutal, but the play was amazing. I'm in with all these like amazing actors. I got to play 3 different roles. Like I was 3 different jobbers to put over this bad guy here the whole time. So I just had to come in, then take a power bomb from the main
That's so
character.
great.
And we ended up winning 5 awards. Just missed out on best of.
How long ago was this?
This was 2012, maybe.
When did you guys come in?
13, 14 with Bob with the seminar?
So you would have been 13.
I think it was 13 or 14.
Yeah, it's in, I
Yeah,
think.
that sounds right.
Because the 14 was Bob and Kevin's second one, I think, at our school.
So it was a little bit right before that.
I think it was 13. Dude, that like seminar like led to so much. Like as much as like, because I remember like Joe Gibson came in,
I love Joe Gibson.
but like me and him didn't get along because like he was just being a fuck up.
Yeah.
Like I love the kid, but he's just being a fuck up. Like he basically moved here, so I'm like okay, and then like I was like all right, and then like he gave me money for the school, and then like I don't have any money. I said, all right, well, here's the agreement. Like, usually we used to pay for, like, birthday parties. I said, just do every birthday party we have. And then pay me later. Doesn't mean it's free. Just that's putting off your payments. So then he was like, well, I got a job now on Fridays. So I'm like, cool. But I can't do the parties. I'm like, okay, I don't understand why I can't do the parties. But okay. So I assume now the money's going to come in. No money came in. And then I would see him out at concerts with Beanie. You know, and going here and going to baseball games and out drinking beer. And I'm like, dude, where's my fucking money? And then, like, it became, we were going at it. And then, like, he left and, like, immediately got us blocked on everything. I'm like, okay, I'm a little upset here because I didn't do anything wrong. Like, you got the train for over a year at our school.
I heard about this.
You got the train over a year at our school and gave me $400 total. Like, when it's, you know, a couple grand to train here.
Yep.
So, but in the meantime, like, for what it's worth, like, you know, we're fine now. Time heals all wounds.
Of course.
But he's still a cocksucker. But I still love him. I still love the kid. Love you, Joe. But in the meantime, like, while he's here, he's like, you gotta talk to Bob. You guys would get along. Then through Bob, it was like, talk to Kevin. You guys would get along. Then he immediately was like, you gotta talk to Les. You and Les would get along. So, like, that opened all the doors. Like, but before that, like, what opened doors with me is like social media with Gerald. Like I was just got to talk to Gerald and then talk to him on the phone, and then one thing led to another and all this stuff, and like there's so much you can do, but if like all you're doing is like my big thing like with the guys like Nick and all these people, like we have to get our name out there. I'm like, yeah, but you're not even taking advantage of the situation you're in now. So like all you're gonna do is go to another area and depend on them.
You can do the same thing.
Yeah.
So like literally like leading up to the last show, I got so hot at Nick, and I'm like, Nick, you didn't promote our show once. For 2 weeks, all you did was talk about Tier 1. None about our show. What is that about? I'm like, again, like, nothing. I was like, I'm the one calling Regal for you. Talking to him on the phone about you. I'm the one texting and hitting up Canyon about you. Like, you can't even promote our show. Like, it blows my mind. We have literally 30 to 40 students and no fans.
Well, I mean, I think the thing is because you do it,
Right.
they don't see the need for them because you're always.
I know, but like,
That's what I'm thinking.
But at the same time, Ring of Honor does it, and then all of a sudden, look at me, I'm on.
I think what's neat is when you look at guys like JT Dunn, David Starr, MJF, is they make every company they work for more money, because it doesn't matter if it's a really big opportunity or a small opportunity. They're putting themselves over and doing extra work for that company, which makes you want to bring those guys in. And they do it better than anyone else out there right now. And those three people like pop into my mind when I think of like, who's gonna bring people and put them in the seats because they're doing the extra stuff. I think those are the three guys out there that you have to like look at. Like, these are the guys.
And they have a huge social media following.
Ethan Page too.
Ethan Page too. I just like the three names that popped, but yeah, Ethan Page is
And
another
who was
one.
it? JT Dunn.
JT Dunn,
David
David
Starr.
Starr,
Yeah.
MJF. All three of those guys were always doing something wrestling related to promote stuff. It's really like.
What's up, Henrik?
Oh, God.
I heard you were talking about me.
We're in the back private room at the front of the building.
He's gonna come with his full head of hair.
Just come back where the girls' bathroom is, walk past it, and it's in the back private room. You see chairs flipped over, and you just hung up on me. I hope you die.
Shit, he left, but he not sure. He get a breakdown. I heard.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah.
The 8-man tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard he had like a major meltdown.
Oh yeah, he did. It was hilarious.
And then he just laughed. He texted Danny, I don't know nothing.
Just grab a chair and sit over here while we're doing our interview. There's chairs right there.
I used to like beat myself up terrible about matches, like all the time. And then I got to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm not afraid to like try stuff and fail or like then go back.
That's
and
how
be like,
you get better.
Yeah.
Well, let's get back to marketing. So like
Yeah.
those guys, like it's funny because like when I started this like in 2011, and I was putting everything up on Facebook with training, like you don't know how many emails and phone calls I got. Like you can't do that. And now like everybody does it.
Right.
They do it shitty though. Fury does it good. Everybody else pretty much does really shitty job. Like if you look at like people what they put up like training wise, it looks bad.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, like the Fury stuff is a lot of us as students, and I give a lot of credit to Dijak because Dijak was probably the best at social media out of any of us at the school.
No, but what I'm saying
So,
is like, not saying like getting it out there, but
Yeah.
filming wise, what they're putting out there.
Oh, yeah.
Like nothing that makes you guys look bad.
Like,
No.
shit.
It'll be drills.
Yeah.
It'll be, strength and conditioning stuff. It won't be like stuff where you look bad. Like literally, like Luis will send me stuff.
Yeah.
And like, what did you see this? We're like, oh my god, like, why would you do that?
Just somebody
Oh, yeah.
randomly getting power bombed or something.
Or no, or it'll be like they're running a drill, but like everything's wrong with it. The footwork,
Yeah.
they're stutter stepping,
Another
they're hitting
drill you
the
wanna show us.
Yeah, like or they're absolutely disaster fat messes.
Yeah.
Their pants are falling down as the drill's happening. You know what I mean? Like just a disaster.
Yeah.
That's what they'll put out there.
Yeah.
Like I make sure like we have the right camera angle. I make sure this is now I can't do shit. Look at that, my fucking camera broke.
I
Look
wonder-
at that shit.
Did it fall off the
See,
ladder?
Did you get pissed and hum it somewhere?
No, it's just like like all of a sudden I was like, why is my lens broke? And like for a while it was working, and then all of a sudden now it's just like all fuzzy.
Yeah.
So like now all my pictures
front-
have to happen from a selfie standpoint. Because like if it's from this standpoint, like everything is fuzzy. Like if you look,
Oh, that sucks.
like
Oh, it
everything
is.
is just fuzzy. So I have to do the selfie.
That sucks. Did you sit on it or something?
No, I think it just fell once. I never noticed that
Ah.
that it hit something. It
You
could've
threw it
fell.
at the cameraman today.
No, man. I
Film while you walk.
like I couldn't understand it. Like it was blowing my mind.
Oh, we were watching the show and laughing because we could just hear you. The other side. Dipshit.
Literally,
Almost.
I'm like the other side. He's just like,
Yeah. And then we see him walk on the screen.
it's amazing.
Luckily, you got him on hard cam too, though.
Yeah, you just see him walking.
Just so you guys know, Bender made more money than everybody tonight.
Where was it?
At a midget wrestling show in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Oh my god.
You wouldn't let me do the show. I was gonna do it.
He literally just went out there and tried to cut a promo, and like a NASCAR driver came out of the crowd and gave him the rock bottom. That's it. In a midget ring. So he looked like a midget anyway.
Probably like a giant in that
That's the
ring.
guy for that.
Dude, he got like a nice payday.
Good
It's amazing.
for
Dude,
him.
and they treated him like a star. Because like the guy is like he's the one who does like the cool pictures.
Yeah.
Like he's the one who made that Monday Night Monsters cool thing with the monsters and all.
Yeah.
And he runs like MMA stuff.
Yeah.
So he's like, I need a wrestler. And first I wanted to have Skull go over. But Skull's like, no, I'm not gonna work. I was
Oh,
like,
it's called.
Hyena Hex.
Oh, whose man's is this?
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm done. I'm not dealing with that. You're not going.
What was the other thing he said in the ring that none of us understood, but you know what
What did Hyena say? This is Hyena's right hand man. No, he said, everybody, this is Henrik, the guy who loves being mentioned, and that's why I'm never going to put him on here, so no one ever knows who you are. What did he say? Like, let the gazelles watch, right?
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
Like, he's a hyena out in the wild. Let the gazelles watch.
Well, you
Oh,
like
the fans of the gazelles.
Oh, well, all I heard was.
All I heard was watch.
Yeah, that was in the watch. I was like, what? Huh?
He'll get it over. Give him time.
He could have definitely. I like the whose man's is this, and I think
And he
everyone
didn't want
else.
to do it. He didn't want to do it. He told me, I don't like to do it. It's corny.
It's hilarious.
It's awesome.
But I told him, just, you have to say it. You have to say it. You have to say it. You have to tease it. You have to tease it. And then it has. But he just goes.
He's got to do something cool, and then
He's
the
got
guys
to do it like I said to do it like Scotty Too Hottie. Whose man's is this?
That
And then hit
works.
the ropes. But instead he goes, whose man's is this?
That's country. This say it like that. That's why.
It sounds like he's chewing gum. We had everybody film the other day. Camera right on. I go, all you're going to say is the MFPW. And then Monday, pause, night, pause, monsters. But say it in your character. He literally just goes, the MFPW. Monday Night Monsters.
Just chill, man.
And I was like, if I was you, I don't know, I'd do this. And I was like, the MFPW, Monday Night Monsters. He goes, yeah, my character wouldn't do that. I go, get the fuck away from me.
But the stuff he wears, it looks.
I know, but why would you be flamboyant and out there? Dude, here's a guy who had to take off when Prince died. He literally texted me and said, I can't come in tonight. My eyes will not stop watering. It was the day after Prince died. I showed Luis.
man.
Luis goes, I can't train him anymore.
Well, come on.
I mean,
total
I may
difference in
feel like
musical
that-
Cultures. I'm
I
sure
may
some
feel
heavy
that way
metal
when,
rock
like-
singer died.
Hey, I may
don't
feel
know.
that way when like Flair, Hogan, or Taker or something passes away. Like,
Nobody can die
Vince.
and make me miss training.
I don't know.
I don't know if anyone can die and make me sad, except for my friends.
Oh my God!
Maybe like 3 people.
Chances are he doesn't like you.
Oh my God! Anybody can die and make me sad.
I knew where he was going. He meant
Yeah.
anyone that's not related.
He should,
like,
he should have said like anyone
Anyone I'm
who's
not
a
related
star.
to.
Yeah. This-
Someone
He
who I
just
don't know
sounded-
on a personal level.
Right.
is not.
He just sounded cold-blooded. That's what you sound
But
like.
let's not be wrong though. If I died, say this morning,
This
Josh
morning?
would've
What-
still
what
been
is this?
there.
I know he would have, and I would have. The show still would have went on.
I would have, but I would have been really sad.
You could have fallen from the. I mean, you could have died on the way, and I still would have had the show.
he just would have had to figure out how do I tactfully.
Yeah, I would have been like,
approach
I
this
would
way.
have been like, I would have been like, how much blood is actually on the belt?
A lot. A lot.
It went from a green belt to a red belt. Cool.
It may stay that way. We're trying to get it off.
Did
It's
any of
not.
you guys know who Aaron was? Were you guys friends with
I
Aaron?
think I met him once when I first
I
started.
didn't meet him because he was in the locker room when I was there, and he was just seemed like a really nice
Dude,
guy.
he was like,
You know?
he's like very instrumental in me being where I'm at today. Like, cause like when I took over with Larry, like he was like, it was like me, Larry, and like Aaron was like, and Aaron and his buddy Chucky. But Aaron was more the guy who would call and talk and everything and hang out with us. But Aaron was the man. Like Aaron is hilarious. He's like, he was completely inappropriate with everything he did and said. Like literally, I thought it was a joke. Like when it happened. Like I literally would thought he was gonna call me up and just be like, "Yo, man, I can't believe you fell for that shit."
fucking
Because that's the way he talks too.
Yeah.
So he'd call me up and be like, "Yo, man, I see that shit you write, man. That's fucking true as fuck. Yeah, man, fuck that shit, man. I see these people saying that shit, man. Fuck them, man. They won't say shit to your face. You got your number on your car. That's some gangster shit." Like, but that's what he was. Like, he was so laid back. So I could like totally see him like call me up like, "Yo, man, I can't believe you fell for that. But I saw what you wrote, man. That shit was cool, man. I love you, bro. Bye, man. Bye." So like, when he, like, oh my god, it was like devastating.
Yeah.
I was just like, because like, Beluga hits me up and he gave the text, "Dude," you know. So I'm like, okay, either someone's fucking with me, or something bad happened. So I'm out to dinner with my wife and kids, so I immediately took it outside. Someone what's up? He's like, "I just texted you." I was like, "What?" He goes, "Aaron died." I'm like, legit? He's like, "Yes, his daughter just wrote it." I'm like, oh man. So like, yeah, so like it was cool though, that like, cause like, what was it? When Larry passed away and Larry's funeral was April 29th, Aaron came in and all that, and like literally like, cause like, we were always boys, and Larry and Aaron was around in 2012, like when we were like nowhere, we had no building, we had no nothing. So like, he comes in, he just puts my arm around me, he's like, "Look what you did, man. Look at this shit. This is some cool shit." And I was like, group effort. He goes, "Stop saying that shit, man. This is fucking you." He's like, "Fuck everybody. You do this shit." So like that was, yeah.
Yeah, I saw like an outpouring of everyone from this area.
Yeah.
There wasn't a thing that wasn't like
Positive.
positive or unbelievable. I'm like, how did I not?
But I will
know
tell you this: that motherfucker wound up fucking going ballistic one time.
On who?
Me.
For what?
Oh man, it was the typical shit. He went into a diabetic coma, and I went and visited him, and we did a fundraiser for him. Gave him all the proceeds. I even bought him like this expensive fucking laptop. And then like he got out of the hospital and like he came into, he's like, "I want to do security. I want to get into it again." I'm like, "Cool, come and do security again." So he's coming and doing security, and he's like sitting in the back, and there's like kids in the ring. I go, "Aaron, what kind of security? There's kids in my ring." So like he took that as like an insult and me like being mean to him. So like he took off and went to like another show and started like badmouthing me on the mic. And then like he went and did a podcast and like started talking shit. And then someone called him up. He's like, "I heard what you just said about Dan. Like, do you realize?" Because he's like, he never visited me in the hospital. He never did anything for me. He's like, "Do you realize like he did a fundraiser for you and gave you all the money and bought you that computer you're using?" But after he went into that diabetic coma, he didn't like, for some reason, he didn't remember any of that shit. So like he was like really highly medicated. So he called me up crying one night. He's like, "I can't believe I did that to you. I can't believe I did that to you." I was like, "Nah, man, it's cool." He's like, "Yeah, but you didn't go and kill me online. You didn't say a fucking word." I go, "Because I know that ain't you. I'm not worried about it. Like, what am I gonna do?" But like, literally, like he went everywhere. Like, "Dan's a piece of shit. Dan's this. Dan's that." I was like, "What the fuck?" But he just wasn't in his right mind. But it was just, you know, we made up afterwards.
Yeah.
Time was all right. Yeah, man.
Yep.
Can I get another
water?
Yeah,
Your water.
please.
You want something, Henrik? What are you drinking there? Guinness?
Yingling?
Yingling.
Non-union beer. Fuck you. Yeah, so Aaron was awesome. He was the fucking man. I just can't believe he's dead. It's just one of those things. Fuck!
Seems like those conversations happen way too much in the wrestling.
What's that? You
Death?
can't believe somebody's dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
way too soon. It just seems to like float around wrestling.
Absolutely. Even more so around the 90s.
Yeah. Well, my wife we were talking about today, but my wife will watch old pay-per-views with me because that's just
Oh, what's he
awesome.
doing? Now he's dead.
Yeah. Is that person still alive? Alive, dead.
You said it in the car today. Like I was watching all these Survivor Series, and I was like, "Who's still alive? Who isn't?" From
Yeah.
this?
What WrestleMania was it that like everybody's dead from it?
No, it was the Nitro from the mall, wasn't it?
No.
That
There's a WrestleMania where
WrestleMania.
Hogan's dead, or I mean Hogan. Ultimate Warrior's dead. Savage is dead. Crush is dead. Like all these people. Matt Bourne.
might have been.
I forget which one it was, but like they're like the curse of WrestleMania. Like there's like so many dead from it.
Yeah, but if you watch that Nitro, that Nitro from the mall, I think there's
Like the very first Nitro?
yeah, that one I think like.
Luger's still alive.
Luger's still alive.
Hogan's still alive.
Barely.
Flair, Sting. So that's
But there
not
was.
as good as example.
There was a lot though from that. We named them off. I couldn't tell you because I didn't watch a lot of WCW.
Hey, you didn't name anything, so I think you're fucking lying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Pillman. He was in the first match there.
Dylan wasn't the first match. That was the one that I watched. We watched all the Nitros,
Yeah.
starting with that
Dude,
one.
he's split.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my God.
He's just, are
Holy shit,
Turn
you
into
look
the
like-
beast. Turn into the beast right now. Climb the fucking walls.
Hey, if you turn into the beast, I'm going through
No
this.
shit!
I'm going through this fucking window. I will
Well,
take
that's
the-
so unsettling.
He'll throw you through the
I
fucking.
first love it. So like, oh God. But anyway, you
No,
remember?
you can talk. The
Okay,
camera just
cool.
won't go on you.
Oh, you guys remember at 12 to say that?
Yeah.
This is what everybody says.
Yeah, literally, you look-
and
But I
Sundays,
didn't.
everybody-
But I didn't realize it till he said it just
Yeah.
now.
I got my.
Like,
Like
holy
literally, you
shit.
could come out with a red turtleneck on.
Oh my god.
Should I be wearing a dress? I mean a skirt.
Yeah.
You should probably grow your hair out and get away from that look.
No.
not-
This
not-
is so great.
No, it's uncomfortable.
Look at he's giving hair advice. He's giving hair advice.
That's right.
And it's
How
like-
much are them extensions?
Would
How
be
much
weird.
are
Time out.
extensions in
Time out. Wait, don't answer yet. Doesn't he look like he just came back from a trip to Jamaica?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Like he's like
Not
the
even a
shitty,
joke.
the shitty
Yeah.
white tourist.
Oh, I want some braids. Let me get some braids.
I know what this is all about. I got Bob Marley's greatest hits. What? I'm very upset at you.
Listen, if I'm doing beach music, it's Beach Boys
Oh.
all day, every day.
I like Beach Boys. Pet Sounds is fantastic.
Mikey, what made you do that?
Wanted
Bulldog.
to.
Satan.
Satan.
Which bulldog?
No, I grew my hair out longer.
He was emaciating himself with a shitty diet and not enough.
Delusional.
Danny puts me on suicide watch by telling me I'm fat.
No.
I then go and fix that
He was,
problem.
dude. You saw the pictures.
And now I'm now
You
I'm
saw the pictures. We
bad
were
shape.
gonna have to extend the belt like Andre.
No, no matter what I do, Danny's not gonna be happy. So it's
It's amazing.
hey, you're fat. So what I do, I get myself in shape. Now you're too in shape. Get less in shape.
No, you're in great shape, but your hair is shitty. Your gear sucks. Actually, his gear doesn't suck.
I love his
Just
hair.
his boots.
My boots do suck.
Yes, like you have to have. You can't have an awesome dress and then fucking howling claws coming out of your fucking flip flops.
True. That's fair. That's fair.
You know what I mean?
The
Like
boots need to be done.
yeah, boots. You gotta. Have.
What, resold them?
But no, that
No, it's gotta like they're fucking
beat.
beat up white. They look like literally like he barred them off a yard.
Oh, okay.
those weren't brand new when
I'm
I
just
bought
trying
them.
to be fucking brutal as hell.
But the hair was just a decision because I grown up my hair and I wanted to do something different. And I've always wanted to do this, so I did it.
This is so much better than Table for Three.
Oh, fuck that.
So much better.
That's
I,
right.
especially considering I'm the only one drinking alcohol, other than Split over here.
Creep me out. I was gonna say it.
Hey, I'll turn beast. I'll turn beast.
Do it.
If he does, I'm running out this window with you.
I'm done. I'm done. End of episode.
Yeah, well,
By the way, I haven't seen it yet.
It's
I
heard it was
it's
awesome.
cool.
Like everybody bags on M. Night Shyamalan. I loved all his movies.
Me
Like
too.
even the ones that suck.
I like
they
The
were still
Happening.
good.
I love The Happening.
And they still make you think. I like that shit.
Suck.
No, I loved it.
Why you shut
I
your
loved
mouth?
it.
Here's the thing with
I loved The Village.
here's
The
the
Village
thing
is
with
good
M.
too.
Night
That was a
Shyamalan
good one.
Is M. Night Shyamalan does some really good ones, but then like Stephen King's all over his books sometimes. M. Night Shyamalan's all over the endings of some of his movies, and it ruins it. So sometimes when he hits it, he hits it. When he misses it, he misses it.
Like what was one of my favorite ones? What was the one with Mel Gibson?
No.
Signs.
That one was
That
fucking
one's awesome.
Signs is
Unbreakable
great.
is awesome.
Unbreakable. Was he Sixth Sense?
Sixth
Sixth
Sense.
Sense. Yeah, that was the one that got him on the map.
Those are I put those as like the top
Bruce
three.
Willis, motherfucker.
I didn't mind the Village. Oh, you know what was really fucking good and underrated, but even someone
Lady in the Lake or whatever?
No, the recent one he did, The Visit.
Oh my
The one
god,
where
with the old people?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
now I just got the chills. I haven't
Really
seen
good.
it.
Oh,
I haven't seen
Really
it.
That one, Dijak and I, both of our wives were like, I think we were only engaged at the time.
You
We
and
were like,
Jack or you and your wives?
Dijak and I are life mates.
Yes.
No, we were.
For a while, I thought you were. No, just thought you were possibly gay.
Hey,
Anybody
Still
super
is.
nice that I meet, I think maybe.
might be, no, we are not.
No, it's
but,
the smile. It's the smile that.
Well, and the hand job he gave me that one time.
Ah.
on the show.
I wanted to get booked.
Paying dues.
But so we're both. Listen, you gotta do it. So both of our wives are like, "Hey, what are you guys doing this weekend?" And Dijak and I were planning on traveling to some shows. So we're like, you guys go. They both want to go visit family. So we're like, you guys go visit family. Don't the shows we had set up get fucking canceled? So we're at wrestling class going, what the fuck do we do now? We don't have any fiancés. We're kind of fucking stuck because everyone else is on the shows that they got booked on. Ours got canceled the day of. So we go back to my house and we're like, let's watch wrestling. So we're watching wrestling. Like, what else do we want to do? I haven't gone to see a movie. Both Dijak and I fucking love movies. If you want to see a guy who loves movies, Dijak like knows like who wrote the best scores. He got me into watching like IMDb's top 200 movies and stuff like that. Talked me into watching Seven Samurai. That's like a 3.5 hour reading movie from 1957. It's tough, but it's awesome. He was right. So, but we're sitting there,
Awesome.
It was awesome. But we're like, let's go see the Village. So he goes, but you
Visit.
have to go to these.
The visit.
Visit.
The Visit. What did I say?
The
Village.
The Village. The Visit. And he's like, but we have to go see it in the AMC in Tingsboro. I'm like, why do we have to see it in Tingsboro? He goes, man, they've got these reclining seats.
Oh,
so
yeah.
here we are. So there are these dual seats that you
I
have
know
to
there's a
reserve.
theater here that has it too.
Yeah,
That's
so
why
like
I
reserve-
only go there now.
They're reserved for like a date. So
Yeah.
Dijak and I are like sitting next to each other, watching this, and like I haven't been scared in a movie that's not gory in a long time. There's like no gore in this movie, and at one point I almost ended up in Dijak's lap because the movie's like gets you like holy shit, and I'm like in Dijak's lap. I'm like that's uncomfortable. So we go back, but it's excellent. It's probably one of the like more underrated M. Night Shyamalan.
All right, I'm gonna
movies.
have to get that. The
I
visit.
tell everyone that's the one to see.
If you have HBO, I think it's on HBO Go.
Good.
Is it?
I think so.
It's good. It's really
You want me
good.
to tell you who won tonight?
Shut up. We're watching it on our home.
What's that?
So they're like reading spoilers. I'm like, will you shut up? You
Of
said
what?
we're gonna read
NXT
NXT
Takeover.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you.
Don't
Do
tell
it,
me.
No,
do it, do
don't
it,
do
do
it.
it, do it.
I'll be so mad.
Do it.
No, don't.
You mean so mad, kind of like when someone changed their hairstyle and gear without checking with the guy who put the belt on them?
No, don't because we gotta drive with him. I'm not trying to hear him.
Just rant until I fall asleep. I get all tuckered out.
I don't even know what happened.
Yeah, I just like to like.
Hogan
that way the
came
fall-
back.
Did you guys? I
Hogan debuted.
told you guys, but I don't know if
Bret Hart was possibly
Yes.
gonna stop by tonight. So that sucks. But then I talked to somebody, so it might happen later. Just
Nice.
so
He's
maybe
not
like
even-
in March or April.
He's not. I've been on shows with him. He's not the most personable guy. So
I'll get it out of him.
He was
If anybody can.
So here's the cool story, because like I've been to TV all of like a total of like 5 times, so that's only 2 TV appearances, you know, 2 bookings.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And yeah, well, I'm not saying to put myself.
Do you have a career page?
yes,
I just mean I
I
haven't
just
been there
updated
a
it like a
ton.
month ago.
But so we're there.
So you just completed or?
No,
updated?
I've had it. I updated it a month ago.
So we're there, and like Miz walks by and he's doing all the stretching thing and everything, and then Bret Hart walks in, and I'm
Well, 'cause he's
marked
at
for,
E,
like,
that's why he
Bret
was happy.
Shawn.
He saw your
And,
he saw
like,
your erection.
Bret walks up, like no one said anything to us really. Mark Henry like said hi to us and stuff. It was
Yeah,
really
Mark's
cool.
yeah.
He's an unbelievably nice guy. But Bret comes out of his way, like none of us fucking know who Bret Hart is, and shakes everyone in our hands. Bret. I'm like, Bret just fucking introduced himself to me. Like I didn't fucking know who he was.
That was because he's at WWE, not in New England,
Yeah.
just in a random gymnasium. No.
I'll bring it out of him. He'll be fine.
Doesn't matter. Anyone there could have come up.
Right.
There were a
No,
couple
I get
guys.
what
There
you're
was
saying.
Sheamus.
100%.
There
I
was
get what you're
Sheamus,
saying.
There
I
was
get that.
Daniel Bryan when I was there. Those guys went out of their way to have like conversations with us.
I get
and
that
Mark
part.
Henry did too, but like to have like all the people who just walk by you, like why are you even in my way? Don't look in my direction. Have Brett come over and like introduce himself. I'm like, all right, that was.
I would have just
humbling.
asked
That
him
was
how he
pretty
kept
cool.
his hair so greasy for the match.
It's conditioner with hand lotion.
And now
Hand
you know.
lotion?
There you go, baby.
No wonder.
I've done
Next
the,
match.
I've
When
done
I
the,
had my hair long, that's what I did.
I did conditioner and water, and it's still kind of, but I didn't know the hand lotion.
Yeah, just take something that's natural hand lotion.
Uh-huh.
Because the other stuff, it's too greasy, and then it just gets on you.
Not the
Gotcha.
stuff that you toss.
The oatmeal, yeah, not the ropes.
Not the oh,
You don't want any ropes in
Oh,
your
okay.
hair.
Alright.
And the natural is way better for making ropes, so you
Oh,
don't get
okay.
anything that stings in your peel.
Gotcha.
I'm so happy that
Learning
people have
something new
stopped
every day.
using baby oil altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that.
Besides Robo.
He used
I
baby
yelled at
oil?
him.
Oh
for
my
it.
God, so
So
slick.
we have a
He's so
student who
slick.
like books like $1 million and he baby oils up. I'm like, all it does is make everything slippery and dangerous. I was arrested. One of my first matches, it was a fair show, and like there's a concrete.
Not a good one.
It was a fun one.
Is there a good one?
They're fun. Fair shows.
There's a fair show.
They're
Fair
fun.
shows
They're
are
super
fun.
No, but
fun.
I'm just saying, you're saying it's fair.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't a good show, wasn't a bad show, just a fair
It was
show.
well, yeah, I think that's accurate. For most fair shows, all of them are pretty fair. And it was one of those higher rings, and the guy I was wrestling was all baby oiled up. Well, he goes to.
And he probably had electric tape.
No, he was. I mean, he was a pretty decent guy. One of those guys who took care of you when you were just baby oiled up. And he went to do the backdrop onto the ring apron.
He's talking
Bend
And
that
he was
off?
leaning-
He's
yeah,
talking
and he was
about,
leaning on the ropes. And I grab the rope, and as I come over, my hands and it's just that feeling like I'm about to take a 5-foot fall because it was a raised
Right.
ring. 5-foot fall to the concrete, nothing I can do about it because my hands just slipped. And I'm like, oh, this is terrible. I just crashed down on the concrete ground.
That happened to me. I didn't fall. I caught myself. Chaotic. Julian was in our match.
What about when the rope broke for you? Didn't it?
That was no baby oil. The rope just broke on me. Julian was in our match, and he used to cover himself up before he got into the Pam stuff.
Yeah.
Baby oil. I was me and Father, and I went to grab the top rope to start climbing, and I fucking almost fell out. I was like, oh shit!
Yeah, I put a stop to that like right away.
Yeah,
like even the hot stuff, man. That stuff gets in your eyes. That's a nightmare.
That happened to me. I put someone in the bed.
Oh
Like,
my
I was
God.
like, fuck! It's in my eye.
We almost got clutched to spray it on his balls,
Oh,
and he almost fell for it. Guess who ruined it? The guy who ruins the guy who ruins every single practical joke there ever's been. Steve Chaz. Literally, he's like, what the fuck is this shit? And like, Bill's like, oh, you don't know? He's like, it opens up your sinuses. You spray it on your back, your arms, your balls, everything. So he's like, really? He goes, yeah, don't spray it on your arms and stuff right now because you'll break out. So just spray it on your balls. It like opens your sinus. He literally goes like this, ready to spray it on his balls before he goes out. Steve Chaz stops him. I've never been so livid in my entire life. I almost put him through a fucking wall. Because how great would it have been to see him spray that? His music hits.
Oh my God.
Right? Like, I would have let it ruin the show.
But the rope break that happened, I took a double tackle and I've done this going through the middle thing. I don't even know how many times.
And then just zoom.
I barely touch the middle rope. It snaps and I just flip over and ankles hit the guardrail. And then the next day, I'm like, I'm
Well,
gonna.
good thing you didn't TKO it, man.
I was like, I need boots, and that was I went and got boots right away. I
Are
had
you wrestling in boots right
Yeah.
now? Okay.
I had like a bruised heel for like 2 months.
Did you tear your labia?
No.
I got what's his face at that the one time. I'm like, they're like, when Cody hurt his knee, what happened to Cody? I'm like, oh man, he tore his labia. Oh really? I'm like,
Oh, that's a bummer.
You know, it's a part of a vagina, dude, right? All right. Anything you guys want to plug? I think we just have like
This was just a bullshit session. This really wasn't like a Rattle My Cage. We never even did like a formal introduction. Here's like the formal introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, here we're at Rattle My Cage. This is episode 4. We're at Whistler's Inn, and we have a jackass in the background. No, it's cool, dude. Come on over. No, you're fine. This is my show. No, seriously, you're fine. This is us hanging out, drinking beer, and talking wrestling.
Water.
Yeah, they drink water. They're athletes. They have to drive 5 hours. I don't.
I know.
Yeah, we have no format. Plus, I edit it. I can make magic out of everything.
Nah, I'd rather die.
No hard-hitting questions you had for us?
No, I'm trying to think. What kind of hard-hitting questions could I get you guys with?
Actually,
Anything you guys have for me? Because you guys are like 4 people can just like.
How?
Oh, did you get any backlash for the Avery incident?
Yes.
Okay.
But not really. It was more, those guys are assholes. The funniest is, I named him after one
Your
of my best
friends,
friends. So his brother also coaches, or is his daughter's in like a league with my daughter. So he was there and he's like, yo, everybody was text messaging me, what did Dan do to Ed? Dan's apologizing. Dan doesn't apologize for shit. What the fuck did Dan do to Ed? And like Ed's like, and this is the way he literally talks. Oh, it must have been some other shit because he must have fucked up. It ain't my name. Like he must have fucked up with the name. He probably just misprinted the shit. But like then when my other buddy died like 2 weeks ago, he called me up and we got to talking. He broke the news to me. And I was like, so what about, and he's like, yeah, I meant to ask you about it. I was like, yeah, I just named the kid after you. Because he's a godfather of one of my daughters, and she was there. So I was like, it's going to be one of my 2 childhood friends.
The one that said I'm shaped like a pineapple?
Yes. Yes. No. She said,
No bullshit. She came up to me.
Yeah,
You're shaped like a pineapple. I was like, what?
She goes like this. She goes, Daddy, he looks like an egg. I go, honey, more like a pineapple. Look at that. She goes, you right.
And she told me that. She told me that. And I just was like, okay.
Because you are. Like, literally. with
No,
the
I
hair.
get it. But I was just
Absolutely.
like, yep, I can't even argue with this young girl. She's, yeah, you right. You win. You got this one.
So like I it was either gonna be my one buddy Doug or Edward Fidel. So like that happened, but like what was good is like since I put it on the network, it was like through the thousands,
I bet.
like in there viewing it when it's usually like in the hundreds.
But I got a few texts. I'll be like,
Yeah.
and like and especially since I didn't do anything social media wise immediately after, everyone thought it was serious. And then like everybody immediately was messaging me like Rudy Boy and like all these people like in the business, and I was just like, can't talk about it right now, can't talk about it right now, can't talk about it right now. This guy, give him some more water. What an asshole.
I didn't get it wet. Relax. There's
Oh my
no
God.
water.
Dude,
Fuck him
you
up.
give a look like that again, I'm going to tell you who won. I'm going to tell you who won in NXT.
Hey.
That was a real good fuck you look. He was so livid. He went from like, I'm E.T. to I'm livid.
I'll tell you who.
That is the greatest picture I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
Who was the kid who did that? Who tweeted that?
Mayor McCheese.
Mayor McCheese, big ups.
A
The
troll.
greatest. When you came and showed me that, like, Mikey Webb looking hell fine, I mean, like, there's no argument.
Still knows the caption.
I think that's what it was, right?
It was that. Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, that is like, I mean, that literally looked just like it.
And you wonder why I went with braids. Cool.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
but now you just like E.T. with
With
braids.
braids.
You look like E.T. that visited fucking the Bahamas. I mean, it was the greatest thing. Like, I was like, oh my god, this is the greatest ever.
What's the biggest thing that frustrates you with all this?
Going back to the Bronx Tale, wasted talent. Like watching people that, or once someone gets a sniff, they forget where they came from. That's so annoying. And like I'm getting it right now with certain people that are here. Like they have no, like it's amazing to me. Like dude, like where were you started? we're the one who opened the doors for you. Like, you can't, like, even the guys that are in the NFL are like, I'm from the U.
Yep.
Right.
Like, I know Fury's school's great, but like in my mind, we're the greatest school that there's been ever. Like in my mind, that's a mindset I have to have.
Right.
So like, it blows my mind that like they like all of a sudden think like, no, they only got there. Like the worst is like when someone goes, don't ruin an opportunity I earned. Motherfucker, you got that because I let you get that opportunity. That's the annoying thing. So yeah, that's probably like my biggest thing that just fucking irks me. And like they think I don't see it. Like, you're not promoting our shows. You're not doing anything for us. You're not showing up early. You're not staying late. But then when you go everywhere else, I hear, your guy was great. He was here early. He stayed late. He did. Cool. Now if we could just do it here, that would be awesome. So like, it would be, imagine if my wife asked me to do a bunch of stuff and I don't. And then she's like, oh my, and then like all her friends are like, oh my God, your husband came over, he did this, he did that, did this,
Oh,
did this.
yeah.
My wife would be like, what the
Breaking
fuck?
news: Danny Cage got shot.
Yeah. My wife would be like, you motherfucker. So yeah,
We'll be having a fundraiser. Danny got
Yeah.
shot twice
Yeah,
in
go
his
fund it.
kneecaps. In these new kneecaps.
she would just beat my ass. She can throw hands. She's 5'9", man.
Is she?
Yeah, man.
I remember. I met her, but I don't know.
Oh yeah,
that.
I was
still-
daughter, my 10-year-old is up to fucking hero.
I remember meeting them, and I think your mother-in-law.
Yep.
I think I met your mother-in-law
Same
too. But I was still heard about the pineapple comic.
It's so great.
Like I gave her a high five. I was like,
Speaking of
You're
height,
real.
holy
You're real.
Shit, is Chad deceptively tall?
I know, like I said, I told, like, he's, number one, he's 22 years old.
Yeah.
6'5", and he's 250.
That's why I didn't think that today, like facing hard cam with my back to hard cam with here, hurt the view because of how tall he was. I thought that like
Oh, he's,
it gave that look like he was staring down.
dude,
at me.
he's amazingly tall. Like, I tell him, like, it was funny, like, I don't know if you guys, I was
6'5"?
talking about, yeah, I was telling like a story.
Shit.
He came to us 3 years ago when he was 19.
yeah.
So, and then he lost his smile and came back. But look who's talking. You lost your smile last week, you fucking cartoon. And then you lost your fucking hair. Jesus
Here
Christ.
comes the beast. No, you guys. I'm gonna be out through that door.
So anyway,
Get a shotgun.
That door. That's a window.
yeah. So like, we're talking about Chad gaining too much weight, and we're all hanging out talking about it. And then Luis goes, "Stop wasting your time. He's fucking never gonna make it." And I go, "He's 22 years old." He goes, "Holy shit, he's gonna be signed." Like literally, he just goes, "He's gonna be signed." Because like we remember, I don't know if you saw, he wrestled Thrasher.
Yeah.
And Thrasher smacked him on the back once, but then also he got clotheslined over the top rope. And like when you go over the top rope and the tape, you scratch, so it looks like a big red patch.
I thought he got like fucking thumbtacked. or something.
No. It was going over the top rope. Because one time Twitch, everyone's like, "What happened to Twitch? What happened to Twitch?" I'm like, it's the ropes on his chest. Like it's literally like you can see like the lines of the ropes, but everyone's like, "It's a shoe." I go, "A shoe's that long, like this?" But he was showing other people like Chad's back, and they went, "Oh my God, he's that fat." Because it was like a close up. Like immediately, like Luis was like embarrassed. Like I'm not going to show that anymore. Because like his cardio is good. He can go. He can do everything. His body went to shit. So like we had to tell him like, listen, we want you to get a singlet. And like if you would have saw his face, like it was like we just basically told him like, there's no Santa. You know, Jesus never existed. Your mom left you. She got hit, and the finish to NXT tonight.
So it's a new character.
Yes. So that happened, and he's just like, I don't, and then he like completely started getting healthier and working out and doing stuff. And then like they had this thing like he was going to be the Mind, and I said it doesn't fit your gimmick, and he took it to Ring of Honor and they shit all over it, which is probably the best thing that ever happened to him. I was worried that it was going to make him lose his smile again.
Oh.
But it didn't. Like he came back and he said, "What do you think we should do?" I said, "Do like we said. Be this guy." Because like in the beginning he wanted to be Chad Kensington. He was going to be like this miserable human being. But I said, "Why don't you do it more so where
you were bullied in school and you're gonna like just take it out on everybody. I was like, you're just gonna basically be like, I was like, I want you to say that no one knows who you are and no one ever knows who you were. So your thing is always who is Getty Cahoon. So like that was like the first promo, and like that's what I always want to be. And then like it always ended with like, you're never gonna forget my name. I'll make you forget my name. If you can't remember my name for great things I do, you'll remember for awful things. Everybody remembers awful things people does. And then we can bring up people in the past, you know, Timothy McVeigh, blah 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 blah. So like that was his. When he first came to us, that's what his idea was. And then like then he wanted to be like this Voyager and wearing face paint. I was like, no, you're not gonna have a split personality, no. Well, I'm the vessel. Yeah, we are. Love you.
What?
Fuck you,
loves me?
Miguel.
Nobody loves me? No shit.
So yeah. So that's the deal
that's
with
blinking. Does that mean anything?
Yeah, it's running out of data. Everybody,
shit.
that's a wrap. What's it say up there? How many minutes are left?
38.
Data.
4 minutes.
4 minutes. All right, we got 4 minutes. So yeah, that's with that. Anyone else have any questions?
No, I liked. Like when when you asked me who I wanted to wrestle, I threw his name out there because I had just done the tag stuff with him, hadn't done any single things with him, but I knew it was like had been really fun to work with him, the tag stuff. I'm like, wow, he's.
And then the thing is, also when he went out, the first time ever being Getty Cahoon, I love that you didn't know who Getty Cahoon was. That you had to text Gio and ask who's Getty Cahoon.
Yeah, I had no idea who he was.
That's his shoot name.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that at first.
I'm like,
It's a
because
badass name.
I was like,
That's what I said.
I felt like a dick, and I'm like, I'm not gonna ask Daniel on wrestling. I don't know who the fuck that is, so I'll ask Gio. I had no fucking clue.
No offense, Getty.
But so like yeah, like I was like, that's your fucking name.
That sounds like
Getty
an
fucking
NXT
Cahoon,
name.
like.
I can't
And
believe
it's
that's his real fucking
yeah,
name.
so like when he first went out there
Fantastic
about to have his first match after debuting, like being Getty Cahoon, he's about to walk out the curtain. I go, no talking. He's like, what? I go, no talking at all. You don't talk at all. He goes, fuck. Because he had like all this stuff playing. I go, yeah, no, fuck yeah, go. So like, because I knew he would just go out there and say what he usually says, and then he would just be Chad Kensington.
Yeah.
Same with like Nick. Like that's why I get pissed at Nick. Nick went from being Nick Camarada to Freak Beast. I go, you're still the same guy, you just have a nickname. There's nothing new about you. And I got to talk to him about it, because like, you heard the crowd tonight, they started doing Freak Beast, then he didn't react to it. Then he puts him in the rest hold, then he gets up and goes, Freak Beast, Freak Beast.
I know I'ma get it, I just don't know how. I've never felt how I feel right now, but everything is alright. Everything is alright. And mama, don't worry, I'ma make you proud. I know you're scared, but it's gonna work out. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. I'm sorry for the times that I ever let you down. When we got in arguments about me going dropping now. But just know that everything I do, I'm doing it for you. And I know it's gonna work out, but I just need some time to prove. Thinking back to when I finished college, almost left the town. I was focused on the music, I just wanted to surround myself with all the stars, thinking it would help me shine. But really had to focus on what I had built inside. Cause I know I'ma get it, but just know it takes time. I hate to see you worry, but just know that I'll be fine. I'm waiting for the day when we can sit and reminisce. I'ma take you around the world and buy you anything you wish. But for now, just know that I've been working more than ever. I know that I'ma get it, so the family living better. I know that you still love me, but I wanna make you proud. I can't wait to see you smiling up in front of the whole crowd. Like, I know I'ma get it, I just don't know how. I've never felt how I feel right now, but everything is alright. Everything is alright. And Papa, don't worry, I'ma make you proud. I know you're scared, but it's gonna work out. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine.
And then like all he kept doing is like the worst is trying to cut promos with him. His mirrors were around. And all he's doing is here's the character.